Okay, Unity's first official podcast. Hello, everyone. This is Team 27238 Unity. My name's Diego. I'm the main coach of the team. I've done FTC, went it first for 2 years, 2 years of FTC, 1 year of FRC. Listen.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were going to say more. My name's Alyssa. I'm also a coach on Unity. This is my first year coaching, and prior to coaching, I have 3 years of first experience. Combined, I have three FTC years and three FRC years.
Hey, my name's Joaquin. I'm the team member. I build. I'm a driver, and I do a little bit of coding. And it's my first time doing FTC or anything for the first.
Cool. Yeah, I also remember, main member, my son, that he's not here right now. He can't be here today, but you can see he's with us in spirit. His picture's there. And then all of our other members are available at the moment because we've been doing marching band stuff. So once that's over, you're gonna see a lot more of Unity. Mm, For now, this is what we have. This is what we have. Um,
Let's go ahead and
no, go
did
ahead.
you have something else?
Not even.
Okay. So now let's go into our second segment, which is our goals and our missions for this season of robotics. Um, and so let's just go ahead and start talking about how Unity was created. What inspired its creation and where is all this coming from?
Go for it,
Okay.
listen. I'll let you explain that
Oh,
one on why we started Unity.
okay, sure. So we, the coaches, are two fresh graduates. We are fresh first alumni, first year being first alumni. And as alumni, we're going into college and we were going to come back and mentor in our respective schools, and we were just going to go back and help out. And instead, it kind of translated into this whole thing. And here we are now. We, instead of mentoring, have upgraded to coaches. And it's just a new little thing we're trying because we love First so much and because we wanted to find a way to still be involved. And I mean, as the older kids always on teams and as the captains of teams, you already kind of have that mentor experience, especially myself. So I just thought, why not be a coach? And so that's where the inspiration for Unity came from. Some of our core values, I think we can get a bit of information from Joaquin on that. This is team specific. So how do we as a team kind of like operate? What are like our values?
So our values, it's like definitely like cooperation with other teams. Like the values are first, and the goals for this team is to hit the world record for most amount of points in a match, which is very high, but hopefully we can do it.
I think
And
it's
towards the end,
possible, especially towards the beginning of the year. I think we got that. I think a lot of teams. I think a lot of it's possible for it's way more possible than people think, especially at this point in the season. I mean, unless
Yeah.
you see like some crazy team like freaking you know Pookie bots or someone just go crazy, which is usually how it goes. But actually, I think Brainstorm. Okay, so Brainstormers is retired after last season. No, after Power Play, they retired. And I think after last season, Cookie Box also retired. I could be wrong, but yeah, sorry. Fucking team.
I'm not sure.
and then our main end goal for the competition is to get the Inspire Award.
Hmm.
Okay. How are you going about preparing for all of that, especially the world record? Just because I know that's not impossible, but I'm gonna say it's very hard. How are you going about preparing for something like that?
But we're trying out like what's the fastest way to get to score. How can we score most efficiently? Like our autonomous, how we can program it so we can win tiebreakers, things like that, and communication with our alliance members
Hmm.
so we can both get high points and get
Okay, so
that
you
world
maximize
record.
your abilities together. Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I
Um,
think I think it comes down a lot to your alliance. Like when you look at the teams that end up breaking the world record, you watch the video on like them playing their match, you see both the robots just consistently going back and forth, working together. And
It's
like, yeah,
literally just how well you
it's
work
really,
together.
yeah, literally, if you can work with your alliance seamlessly and y'all like, there's no hiccups and y'all try the team pass each other, you're golden. Like that's light. Like you got it. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think what we have so far with the autonomous that we're developing, like without the Roadrunner, maybe there's Roadrunner, right? This year especially. But I think if we continue to develop it, I think it'll be crazy. Like if we can get it to follow paths and stuff like how Roadrunner does, where it does like the splines and all that stuff. If we can get our thing our auto to get to there, then I think we're golden. Because I know it's pretty consistent. Especially with the way Alessandro what he's doing with it. It was really smooth. But yeah.
So
Have you guys seen any other like have you talking did you get to the chance to speak at like with any other teams yesterday at the competition?
Well, not really, but I did speak with other teams, like mostly my alliance members.
Hmm. What did you think about, you know, what you heard from those teams, preferably on the non-technical side, if you did hear anything?
Not technically.
Yeah, like the non-technical stuff, like how they ran their team or like, you know, all that stuff.
Well, a lot of the conversation was about like the robot and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I did hear how they were working together, like strategizing,
Hmm.
what worked with best, and like reminding each other, this does that, that does this.
Yeah, a lot of communication. I think that's absolutely, when it comes to like actual matches, I think that's the most important.
yeah. We do have a couple questions from our Instagram. I put out a little question box and asked if they'd like to say anything or just give us a question for our podcast today. And we have a few responses. So this is from Nathan. That's just the name of the person. What are Unity's goals for this year's FTC game? And I know we already touched on that, but is there anything else you'd like to mention?
Definitely like reaching out more in the community, spreading out, spreading first more. That's definitely
Okay,
a big goal.
that's good. How do you plan on moving forward after League Meet 1?
Definitely like experimenting more with the robot before actually
Okay,
sending
how
it out on
so?
the field.
Mhm.
Like instead of just like implementing a new design or something, I want to test it out like with samples and stuff, not at
Mhm.
the actual
Especially as
competition.
okay, yeah,
Huh?
especially as a driver.
Yeah,
Okay, this is from Mac High Robotics. What are some interesting designs you have seen this season?
definitely. Well, one of the ones that really stood out from the competition yesterday was this
Mhm.
robot. I don't remember where they were from, but the robot, while other robots like it's always like it's just metal, right? Their frame was like primarily like wood, like laser cutted wood, and like really stood out. I wonder how they thought of that and if that like
Okay.
affects their like weight and speed. It's really interesting to see. And definitely
Mm.
the different intake mechanisms. Huh?
That's something we should
Different.
definitely reach out and ask about if that's something
Yeah,
you're interested in.
From my experience, the reason that the teams will make their like robots out of like fully out of wood is because like if you pick up a robot where it's fully out of wood, like the drivetrain and everything out of wood, if you pick that thing up, dude, it's like light. It's freaking like paper. Like it's light. It's crazy light.
Okay, and then our last question from Mac High Robodogs. What was the biggest challenge you faced for this season so far?
definitely like during the competition, components of our robot breaking or not working as intended. So the way we had to like
Mhm.
fix that was like during matches, just like quickly like repair it with what we had, and it may not have been the best, but it did its job, and we did win some matches because we did that.
Okay. So I think one of the biggest takeaways, especially from this competition, is just we need to do a little bit more testing. We should have more practices dedicated to just testing all our mechanisms beforehand and actually facilitating what it's like to be in the competition area. Is that something you'd agree on?
Yeah, definitely. And so we really didn't do as much.
Yeah, and one thing I think we should definitely start doing is how we need to prioritize like one mechanism at a time. Make sure one thing works before we move on to the next thing. Like our intake. I think we did. I think what they we definitely did do that with our intake a little bit more than anything else, which is what we feel like is pretty effective. Like we really like we cut a decent amount of parts just for the arms, like the measurement specifically. You know, so I mean, we need some compliments on our arm and our whole like horizontal extension, like the scissor lifts, extending all that stuff. I'm surprised at how smooth it was. So yeah, were there any other questions regarding what we're talking about?
I think that's it. I mean, if there's anything else you guys would like to add. Oh, actually, yes. I did see a couple kids, a couple of other team members and students come up to our team. Do you want to talk about maybe what those conversations are like or what was spoken about?
I know like what they asked a lot was like how what are like our what went up like our double reverse four bar to score too high. So we were very
Mm.
curious about that.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I think it's a mechanism that not a lot of people have seen down here. Everybody kind of sticks to like the claws or the grippers. So it's unique in its own way, and yeah, maybe it was just curiosity. But that's good.
Now I
And then
think
since we
we
ended with
should.
a
I think now we should move on to the robot for sure. Since I mean that's where it sounds like it's heading anyways. You know, we can start. Just quickly explain bots to them. But since Alessandro's not here, I'm gonna be helping Joaquin explain the bot because there's some parts where Joaquin. Oh no, sorry, where Alessandro. That was his like that was his thing,
expertise.
expertise.
Mhm.
Like my drivetrain. My drivetrain is, I mean, this is a simple holonomic drivetrain with the new like what are they called, like grip force wheels or something. The ones that have like
Echo builder wheels.
yeah, the grip on the freaking rollers. Everybody
Yeah.
everybody that sees them is like he loves them. But yeah, it's just they just came out with them this year, you know. And then our intake, Joaquin, go ahead and explain our intake as just as best as you can.
So our intake it's like it's a cage and the cage is on a slide so it extends out from the robot. The goal of the intake is to extract samples from the inside of the submersible.
Hmm.
And it uses these like rubber teeth that that
The rubber
pushes the sample.
flaps, the rubber flaps
Yeah,
that
the
come with the rev ones, the rev parts.
yeah pushes
Hmm.
the sample into the cage, and then the slides extract the intake inward into the robot. And it works really good, really effectively, and really fast.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised with how well it was working, especially the horizontal slides. Since yeah, we did like the measurements for the link it for like the scissor lifts and all that stuff, but we didn't really test it much before yesterday, before the League Me one. So I'm surprised that like you and Alexander were able to mount it so fast, and then like got it coded it up real quick. I mean it worked surprisingly, but yeah. And then so apart from the intake, after the intake grabs the samples and the horizontal slides extract, the intake then folds up using these two acrylic arms that we had laser cut, and then it just transfers it into this wooden box that we like super glued together last minute. That's attached with this wooden arm with a speed servo, and then it lifts with our double reverse four bar. Which I'm not gonna lie, the double reverse four bar was a pain to build. Joaquin, I'm pretty sure you can agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was annoying. And we got it to work, but I mean, look, with freaking, as soon as we broke those first arms, that was it. Nothing else could hold it. Like this, just making those first two arms was a pain. They were designed to hold the weight of that robot. I mean, it showed. Like whenever we tried using something else, it would not hold it up. But yeah. And then, oh, well, Alessandro's not here. He works mostly with the autonomous, so I'll go ahead and explain it real quick. The autonomous, since okay, personally, Roadrunner, bring it along. It's good, but it just takes so much time to make sure it works as good as you want it to work. So we started developing our own autonomous program where, it's simple. A lot of teams do this, right? You drive, they make a drive function, strafe, a turn uses a built-in IMU, all that stuff. But one thing we were able to implement was smooth path smoothing for the drive function. So instead of the robot just automatically going to the speed you input and losing traction or, all the jitteriness of it, we were able to implement a thing where it slowly accelerates to the speed that you input, and then at a certain point it starts decelerating. So we were able to make it to where we can the at, change the point of when it finishes accelerating and when it starts decelerating by like a percentage. So like right now we have it to where for the first 15% of the path, it's just accelerating to the max speed, and then the last 25% it starts decelerating. So that's one thing that we added into our autonomous realm. And I think it definitely sets us apart programming wise because it's pretty, because of that, it's super, super consistent. Like usually with these custom built like autonomous programs, like especially the one I built during my rookie year, the thing was I could say for sure inconsistent. Like it was always off like an inch or half an inch, sometimes even more. But this one, it's like every time I want to run it, it's the same, goes to the same spot every single time. But yeah, so I think I think the if we continue with this autonomous, it's gonna help us a lot in the future. Especially by next season, I think it'll be pretty pristine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were there any robots that you all saw at the competition where you're like, damn, like that's
Oh yeah,
crazy.
for sure.
Uh-huh.
So this one robot, yeah, it was kind of weird how it was, but it was kind of cool. It was like it was not filled in like ours. Like ours, like what I mean by that was like our robot. It was like a lot of stuff like everywhere inside the robot.
Hmm.
But there's like it was kind of empty inside. It had this like vertical shaft with the slides, and they would use that to like pinch a sample or specimen, and like they would put it up either on the specimen rack or in the high basket or low basket,
Mm.
and they would do that with slides.
Or
So it's
like
really cool, and it was really
like they put like a gripper on the front of the slides.
yeah,
Yeah, dude. Oh my God, it's so simple, but I mean, like it hasn't got like it's efficient.
yeah, super effective.
Simple designs like that, especially at the beginning of the season, you're gonna see those like doing the best because like there's no complications to it. It's just straight up make sure the slides work and make sure the gripper works. You know what I mean? It's yeah,
Yeah,
like that's like the overall reliable for sure. And then like when you start off like that, it's a good way to like advance your design. Be like, okay, we have this. Now how do we grab from a little bit further? Things like that. And then you start implementing the different like designs and iterations and all that stuff. Yeah, I think that's a great starting point for all the robots.
yeah, they did really in that specific match. They did really good for a lot of points compared to the compared to the other alliances.
Hmm. Were there any other like cool
There were,
designs? Like not even like just seeing the robot move, but like just the way the robot looked. Were there any other designs that you were like, oh, that's cool?
well, like I said earlier, like the wooden robot that was
Well,
like really different.
yeah.
And some robots, it was kind of interesting seeing like how other robots had different kinds of wheels. Like ours,
I don't know,
you know how
like
we had ours like it was straight. Others had like these like regular rubber wheels. It would just go. It couldn't like strafe, but it was so interesting to see.
oh, like
Like
they
some
just
had more.
regular wheels without the little rollers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of interesting because some also had more than four wheels. I remember seeing one with six wheels.
Hmm. The like pink drive.
Yeah, tank drive.
Mm. Yeah. So right now we have some videos that we chose for to like watch maybe get some commentary or opinions on that we saw on YouTube that we just thought were really cool. So that's what we're gonna do right now for this next part. Let me know if you guys can't see the YouTube video because you should be able to see.
Cause someone gave the antidote to me so I can finally understand where I belong. The world outside of
This
me is
is
like a movie show
team.
and I
I don't know what team this is. Their YouTube channel just says Robot 30 hours. I've never seen. No, no, this. I think this is. I think this is. How do you say? It's like VULCA Vulcan Robotics or something like that. Something like that. Yeah.
Vulcan
That's. I
robotic.
remember seeing them Robot in 30 hours for power play, my rookie season. They had like
I've
two
seen
red linear slides facing each other with like a gripper. And as soon as I saw it, I thought it was the craziest thing in the world because it was the first robot I saw. I was like, "Fuck, I need a Pokemon. Let's be trying it." And then I realized that slides are not. Wait, maybe we shouldn't be
I
saying
keep
that.
seeing I keep seeing that like specific mechanism on other like robot reveals, but I've never paid enough attention or like close attention to be able to figure out how it works or like even like just like looking at the tiny details. But I want to know how the mechanism works.
No,
And
but there's mechanisms where I'm looking at it and I'm like, it's so ridiculous. But I can't
mhm,
figure it out. Like I don't know what the heck is going on, how it works.
yeah. Well, can you play it? Because I kind of want to.
My fault.
Sorry, my bad. Okay. Also, the wheels. I want like custom colored wheels. I want like purple wheels.
We can literally take those apart, take those yellow parts off and spray paint them. Or just put painter's tape all around them and spray paint them.
But do you think the spray paint's gonna? I don't
Well,
know.
that's why you mask it. Like you even put masking tape on like the little bearings, those screws, everything.
Okay.
It's a long process, but I think we could do it. Wait a minute. I'm like the yellow part of the wheels on the side, or like that's the little rollers.
We can do the rollers, or we can do
I don't
like
think
the
the
yellow,
rollers.
like the
At least spray paint the rollers real quick.
yeah, yeah. That's why I was thinking, I'm like, if we do the rollers,
I
then
also like just the yellow part on the side.
yeah, we do that.
I really like the zoom up though.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
bruh,
mechanism,
what's up?
the way they put the basket, the sample into the basket is similar, kind of similar to what we're planning on doing.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, when
We
I
just
was
stuff
looking
it.
at the picture on the video, I was like, dude, how the heck does that work? Because like how is that intake gonna drop it into the box? There's a little freaking like a little like hole in the box where the I don't know if you can see it right here.
Oh, I see it.
There's a hole and then the
Yeah.
Yeah,
intake and then this is kind of like how Impulse's robot is. I don't know like maybe you saw Impulse's robot where it has the intake. Well, it's like the opposite of this. The intake has a little like notch right here where then the gripper can grab the sample and move it. It's kind of like that, but just, like I said, the opposite. The intake comes in, puts it in the box, and the sides and walls of the freaking outtake just lift and pick it up. That's full. Then I'm just using like a regular gripper for the specimens, or what is that?
They're using like a like those the compliant wheels that like you squish them, and it's kind of hard to squish them. They cut one up, and they're using that.
Oh, like they just have like just like stiff rubber on there, and they run into it and like squeeze it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's kind of crazy.
Hmm.
Huh. You want to go ahead? Well, I'll start on the next video. So right here on the field, I actually saw it for the first time in person at this meet. Like I actually paid attention to it. Dude, it's like almost
Hmm.
flush to the ground. Can we not just like drive over it? Why haven't I not seen any teams just driving over it? It literally looks like it's like this thick. It's like a thin piece of metal on the ground.
I don't think you can do that.
Why not? Because think
I know.
about it. There's no way there could be a rule. Maybe I'm just dumb. Maybe I haven't read the game manual good enough. But I don't know.
No,
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure that's field destruction.
Why? You just drive over it? It's metal. Like it's.
Well, I guess, but also I don't think it's just. I'm pretty sure it's
I'm telling you, I'm sorry.
covering it.
It's there's nothing covering.
Hmm.
Like you could
Okay,
literally drive over it, and it would be like you're just driving over the floor. Like there's nothing.
I guess maybe we'll see. That reminds me that we have to build our submersible.
Who's we? They have to build.
I have to put
They
together
have to
our
build it.
submersible. Oh, they have to. Okay, thank God. I don't have to do it.
Yeah, no, they got it. They're gonna start to manual one. But that's actually cool. Also, let's say at the very, very beginning, it was looking at teams that were doing that. They literally would just put like just a piece of plastic or something, and then like the intake would just pinch like the corner of it into it.
Yeah.
Like, make a look. Oh, let's see. Oh, wait. Oh, give me a close up of you freaking picking it up. Please.
It's in the very beginning, is it not?
I don't know, like it.
Also, are those 3D printed samples?
Oh.
Because they're
Yeah.
right, they're blue. Yeah, I was like, oh, that's not very blue.
See, look, see, it's not even in. Like, they literally just pinch it using this, like the little, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. It's cute how simple it is.
Yeah.
Maybe we figure out, maybe we do something with that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we already watched the video. Now we have Robonauts. They're every bot that they make for FRC, but not for FTC. Now not only are they
Okay,
killing us in FRC, they're trying to take over FTC too, dude.
I just everything that this team does turns into something so cool, and I'm sorry, I really liked it when it came out, and
Wait,
I
that's
think it's the
crazy. That's
coolest
crazy.
thing
That's crazy. That's crazy.
they've done.
Wait, look at how
What?
long this video is.
Yeah, it's just a reveal.
What
It's not like the
what are
full
those numbers?
explanation.
What are those numbers? Oh,
Hey, that's
yeah,
smart.
118.
It's their team number.
Yeah, it's a team number. They made their team number the length of the video. Robonauts 1. Dude, imagine they made why don't they make an FTC team?
I'm pretty sure they help, or at least they like.
Because
I don't know. I have to do some research on that
for
because
FRC
I've been
we
wondering the
went
same
to
thing.
their thing, their like facility with their school gym. They have two gyms full of robotic stuff. I saw FRC and I saw Vex. I saw FLL. I never saw no FTC.
Hmm.
Maybe they just like worked so much on FRC that they just don't have time for FTC.
I as somebody who does FTC, who did FTC and FRC like in high school,
I did
both of the
FRC and
seasons kind
FTC.
of like yeah, but both of the seasons kind of like impede on each other, especially like when you're a school team and you're trying to like create that transition, but you've advanced and like FRC is just starting, but you're still in FTC and you're kind of going back and forth between the two. It's kind of difficult.
Oh yeah. We
Mhm.
definitely missed a
I,
little bit
I
of
guess
the
that's why they
beginning of
don't.
FRC, the FRC meetings because of
Mm-hmm.
FCC.
Yeah, so I feel like that's why they don't.
Okay,
From a creative perspective, oh, you
from what
go
I saw,
first.
it looks like they got the rev starter bot and they just made it incredibly smooth and then they made it look really pretty.
I was gonna say, like, from a creative perspective and just like from a marketer's perspective, who's always trying to make sure everything's like so cohesive with the robot, with the team's like theme and everything, like everything has to look so cohesive. I love everything that Robonauts does to like every year it's the same kind of colors, like this white and goldish color. And I
Yeah.
like just I appreciate that so much. Like I feel like it looks really cool.
Like look at their extrusions. Like they definitely like anodized those or something.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the colors are always like spot on. They have the right
Yeah,
shade of
yeah.
white, the right shade of gold, like everything. And also, I love their intake. I really I really wanted to speak with Alexander Joaquin on maybe doing something like that because the re-intake I saw that was like that, the snake grab with like the compliant wheels or something. It's really consistent. Like they just throw it into the submersible and it always grabs onto something. Look, look here. Perfect example. It always grabs onto something. Look at that.
Hmm. Joaquin, what do you think?
Yeah, and I also really like how like the intake arm it's not adding to like another like container and putting it in the basket. This is rotating upwards. Right here.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It doesn't need anything extra. It's just the arm itself. I think that's really cool,
Yeah. One thing
especially that right there.
about yeah, one thing about like the the whole slide on the arm mechanism that I don't really like that much is and you'll see it right here, even in Romanov's robot. Like it's kind of inevitable unless you do. I mean, there's definitely stuff around it, right? But like, look at it, right there. They aren't even driving or
Oh yeah,
anything, but as soon as the robot folds up, like the whole thing just imagine they're autonomous. You know what I mean? Shift over the robot a little bit because like the arm is so heavy and like the shift of momentum of his big arm. I, personally
yeah.
though, there's definitely ways around it. But yeah. And also like the extension, like they have to, well, from what they're doing here, right? They go right next to the submersible for 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 like
Oh, that's what you're talking about,
yeah
like the shift in the weight.
yeah
Okay, I
yeah
was kind of confused.
yeah, and
No,
then
yeah, I see
also
that.
for like autonomous, instead of having to drive up or drive at all. From what I remember, Alessandro was able to extend the horizontal slides from after dropping off that initial sample. He can extend it, and it'll take you to grab it. Like he didn't have to move at all. And I was like, dang. So that's another thing that I like about what we have, like the but I do see what he's saying. I just it's so simple. That's what I'm saying. Like the sliding gripper robots, like they're a great way to start off your like the robot because it's so simple, especially for these earlier meets. Like it's gonna work. Like it's gonna work. You have two things to worry about: your slide, making sure it goes up and down, and then your gripper. Right? It's a great way to start, and then from there, it's a good stepping stone to then move on. Okay, how do we add maybe a horizontal extension? You know what I mean? And implement that.
Yeah,
I think I think I think our whole transfer system and scoring would be a lot more efficient had we had slides for for like that little box, right? Because you our double reverse four was not the easiest. In general, it's not the easiest thing to build, and then especially only having being able to do it with those parts, definitely a
Also the
great
weight
yeah, the
and the way
weight,
it's about really heavy.
yeah, it's pretty freaking heavy. Even with all the rubber bands we put on it, still heavy. And then it makes the robot so bulky. Like dude, I saw a robot that I swear on everything, it was like this big.
yeah. Some
You
robots are really like
dude, they're
tiny.
tiny. They're tiny. And our robots literally seem like 18 by 18. Like the height is like this much away from hitting the height barrier. But yeah. I really
I
like this
think
robot.
definitely.
No, what were we saying?
Oh, I was gonna say, I think definitely the person who built the robot has some complaints about how heavy it is because of the way Joaquin was
Oh,
complaining about the robot's
let me
weight.
say
Yeah,
like
yeah. It's
the
like
like
they can't even carry it.
when robot comes to it's like a thing carrying it.
Hmm.
It's fine. I can carry it. It's fine. But like going back and forth from the pit to the actual field, and it's like
Hmm.
this was like super long distance.
From the whole voyage, the secret from the competition.
I don't even have a good grip either.
Yeah, we need we.
Oh.
There's a team that do was holding one arm on the sides of the briefcase, like those robots are tiny. Which I mean,
Hmm.
it should be tiny, but
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. So we can actually the robot's so good. And
it's so
look
cool.
at the Brompton, like right here, they have like 3D
Yeah.
printed like they're freaking like covering their wheels and all that stuff. Like, dude, it's I don't know. It's crazy. Oh my God, I just realized something.
What?
Are they using a measuring tape to extend their slides?
Hmm.
That's crazy. They're just using a measuring tape. That's crazy.
Well, think about it. It's in every bot. It's supposed to be kind of like accessible materials. At least that's what I would say. Just because like the concept of it is like anybody can build this, and it does every function.
Bring it up.
That's
I
what I
could build
really like
this.
about. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I feel like, especially with what they do for FRC, that it's kind of like a second option to doing the Revs starter kit as well, because they started coming out with one. I really, really like that they do stuff like that. It just makes it more accessible for everybody. It creates more teams, more competition every year. And I don't know, I think it's just a really inspiring and helpful thing to do.
Yeah.
So I like that it's just like a measuring tape. It's not like slides or something, you know?
That's crazy. Now, last video. This is team, I don't know, team 5064. 211 point match at their scrimmage. But the point's not even what I'm pissed about. It's their gripper. You'll see it right now. You'll watch their gripper as they go to like pick stuff up in the submersible with all those things around. You'll see. You'll see. Like how easily it grabs. Even when it's not, perfectly oriented the way they need it.
Are they grabbing two at the same time?
No.
Do they have like two at the same time? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I was like, okay,
So I don't know if you have a better. There's probably a better like. Let me see. Right, it goes
that's
right here. Do
crazy.
you see that? You can see the like their intake pivots and like it follows the right like spot. They have like I don't know if they're using like a sensor or a camera that automatically turns it, or if they're just using like maybe like just the D-pad to switch the spots on it. Like, look at that.
And they're moving so fast and so smooth at the same time
Yeah,
with the
it's kind of crazy how fast it like with the mechanicals too. Like, look at that. You like look how clustered though. There's no space for anything, and yet they're still able to grab. Look at that right there. Boom.
Something I really hate about this season is like the organization of the elements. Everything's random and just like clustered all together. And then even then, if you're going in there and your gripper's like moving everything, you're creating more clusters and you're just creating like a whole like you're creating more opportunities for penalties for people to grab more than just one, and
Hmm.
you're creating it even so that it's like just hard to pick up one at all.
That's I mean, it's in the name first that counts.
I really don't like that. I really don't.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but every other aspect of this game is definitely, I would say, easier than the past years. So, I mean, they had to add some, hardship in
Yeah,
it.
something had to. There has to be like a difficult component to it. Yeah.
Which honestly, like the fact that that's the kind of the hardest part of the competition, rather than the three-stage ascension. I mean, I'm sure with that,
Mm-hmm.
especially for the rookie season.
Yeah.
Like how they're like, I think that one of the best, maybe because my rookie year was power play. That was like the perfect like learning stone. It was so easy. And then that's all the video games I have. But yeah, you just really like their
Okay.
intake. Like even though it's a gripper, and like theoretically you might think, oh, it's super slow because they have to align the gripper, and then they have to like kind of whole robot if it's not the right orientation. But I mean, look at how fast and efficient they made it. What do you think?
yeah. It's crazy how like they filled up the bucket. It's like full.
Yeah,
How fast they were able to do it.
Yep. Now we can go back into our next. For this
Mhm.
next part, I'm with Alessandro here because I wanted, I was gonna be like a 1v1 with Alessandro and Joaquin, but I guess it
Mhm.
was be Joaquin versus himself. Okay, we're gonna do robotics trivia. I would say first trivia, but just in case I want to ask a question that doesn't have anything to do with first. So first trivia for this first part, since Alyssa you have questions, it'll be me against Joaquin, since Alessandro's not here. Whenever he asks a question, we'll pick an emoji as our I don't know, like our like buzzer, kinda. And Alyssa, whichever emoji comes up first for you, you call on them and they have to answer. How many questions do you have? You said you have like two or three?
I have three.
Okay, so perfect. It can't be a timer. Joaquin, are you clear
Okay.
on the rules?
Yeah.
Okay, so whenever
Okay.
you're ready.
Okay. So my first question is, what kind of organization is first? Okay, Joaquin.
So first, it's more than just like a robotics STEM organization. It's an organization that's meant to like spread interest of robotics and STEM. It's like include other people into it, into the field.
Okay, that's good. I'm looking for like a more specific answer, but I'll take that one. I was looking for like it's a nonprofit. Okay,
Okay, next one.
that's okay. But yeah, that's good. Thank you for that. Um, who is the dean of First? Everybody should know this.
He's being payment.
Oh, okay. Yes. I can't believe I was so close to meeting him that one time.
Which, correction, he actually created first and founded first.
Yes, but he's also the dean right now of First,
Same
and his name is
difference.
Dean Kamen.
Same difference.
Hmm. Okay.
Last
Next
question, it's one
question.
on one. Next one wins.
Yes, I don't think you're gonna get this one, either of you. Where does gracious professionalism originate from? Do you have it, or are you just putting emoji like the fucking sounds? Sorry, I'm sorry. Um, do you want to know the answer? Because if I give you the answer, then I win.
What? What do you mean you
Well,
win?
because neither of you could answer it, and you're
Wait,
technically
give us the
tied.
answer.
It originates from Woody
Oh
Flowers.
my goodness.
Woody Flowers
What is
literally
that?
came up with it.
Yeah.
He was another, I don't want to say like co-founder.
He kind of was,
Um,
wasn't he?
to my knowledge, he was a co-founder of First, and he came up with the concept of gracious
Mm-hmm.
professionalism and cooperation. So because of him and because of like his belief system, we now prioritize kind of like gracious professionalism and cooperation.
Yeah. Dang it. I know
Yes.
Woody Flowers, dude. At Worlds, I saw signs of Woody Flowers, and I was like, what is that? Because, I mean, in my appearance was my rookie season. And then my coach told me, and I was like, oh, oopsies. But yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
So I guess I won. Okay. So now,
You did not win.
now we're gonna do Alyssa versus Joaquin.
Oh
Same
no.
rules apply, buzzer, all that stuff. All right?
Okay, wait, I need to pick an emoji.
Whatever. I'm starting. Okay.
Okay, I
First
have an
question.
emoji.
We're gonna do like five questions. Five questions total.
What?
First to three.
Okay.
First to three.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just had my questions here. Hold on. Where is it? Okay. 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 What is no? Let's look into that first. I want Joaquin.
What? Do not ask me some. Oh my God.
Okay. What is the max size that an FTC robot can be? Fucking
No.
18 by 18 by 18.
facts. Wait, I'm not.
Good job.
Hold on. Okay. Okay. So one, fucking Alyssa. Oh no, fucking spinning. Fucking let you see. Okay. Okay. Now next one.
Wait. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
What? Should I ask an FRC question?
Yes.
What
Oh,
year
that's cheating.
was was the first official FRC competition held? What year was the first FRC competition held? Give you a hint. I'll give you a hint. It's in the 90s. Joaquin?
1991,
No.
1992,
Alyssa?
You can't keep guessing.
Alyssa?
1998.
No. Joaquin?
97,
Come on, you both have one answer each. One more. Joaquin?
99,
99, no. Alyssa?
99.
95.
Well, like, it's not like you wanted to just I just fucking hate the food and let's see. It was 92. It's like,
Was that your first question?
huh?
That's your first one, right?
That's my second
No,
one.
wait. That's your second question.
Yeah.
Okay.
So three more.
Damn it.
Joaquin, you're winning. Okay. What year was FTC officially introduced into first? Joaquin?
2001,
No, but you're close. Joaquin?
2002,
Nope. Joaquin?
2000.
No. Joaquin, you have one more answer.
Why do I have only one?
Because you have four max.
Since when?
No.
What are these rules?
And my
I
rules.
get a hint.
No.
Okay, go ahead, guess.
1999,
No. Alyssa?
2004?
No.
When was it?
You guys suck. It's 2005.
Are you serious?
Two more questions left, Joaquin, you're winning. Alright, let me specify these rules. You have each get four answers max. Once one person answers, if you get it wrong, the other person gets an answer back. And if they go wrong, then from there you go back and forth.
Where are these rules from?
My rules, they're mega rules. The best rules.
Okay. Okay,
Okay.
continue.
Um,
If Joaquin wins this, he has to run laps.
what?
Coach said.
if I win,
What'd you say?
if I win,
Hmm. You have to run laps.
Okay, this next one, whoever can name me more of them gets the point.
Okay. No,
One of the six
no,
five out of the first.
no,
Joaquin,
I
wait,
know it.
stop.
fucking go.
No.
10 seconds on the
Uh,
clock. Go.
discovery, fun, teamwork, innovation, impact, and inclusion.
Where is it? This is the last question, and unless you can't
Okay.
win. So this last one is worth
I just
2 points.
I just want to
No,
preface by saying this. He knows that because I taught him that. Whatever.
okay. This last question is worth 2 points. Joaquin, you have 2 points. Let's see you have this many. The coach has this many points.
I'm letting him win.
Whatever. Okay. Last question. No, I don't think you should get this one because I will barely remember it sometimes.
Say it.
Hold on. Let me get a better question. You guys are not gonna know that one.
How do you know?
Okay, this might be the easiest question in the world, and if you don't get it, I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
In what? No, wait, wait, he's not gonna get this one. He doesn't know. I think I mentioned it once. Let's see. In which city is the first world championship held at? Alyssa?
It's in Houston,
It's
Texas,
in Houston,
my
Texas.
hometown.
Okay, no good. Um,
Never.
Houston. Oh my gosh, you got it right. Yay.
Yeah, I get 2 points.
All right, so it's a tie.
Did I win?
No, you don't.
No, it was a tie.
Oh, it's a tie.
It's a tie, that's it. So basically, both of us.
Oh
No, I won.
no!
You have two more right.
Big one,
Give us a tiebreaker.
tiebreaker.
Yeah, give us a tiebreaker. Something I know. Something I
Something you don't know. Okay.
know.
So, I had one up here. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, okay. I don't know if this is true. What
What?
is okay? Okay,
Stop it! That's
Joaquin, what's
cheating.
the answer?
Huh?
What's the answer?
Wait, I
You
need
didn't
to think
even
about
finish
it
the
first.
question.
Huh?
I need to think about it first.
You have 30 seconds to answer.
I forgot.
Three, two.
I forgot how you spell it.
What? Okay, okay. No, for real, this is the last question. Ready? What is the
Yeah,
minimum number of drag team members allowed on the field during a first robotics competition?
two. I'm right. Right, right.
Right. It's two. All right, Joaquin, you win. That's because
Okay.
you're going to Alyssa. Alyssa, your turn to ask me and Joaquin the question.
What? I don't have more. Okay,
You have
I
three,
don't
no?
have more questions. I already
Oh, then I
asked them.
wait. When? Wait. Hold on.
You have short-term memory. Um.
Three. That means I want basically everything. Okay, well, I think that's all that we have for today. This is our first official mini podcast. You know, yeah. We don't have any events
Yep.
yet. Stay tuned on our Instagram though. It's at Unity Robotics, and then our YouTube is we posted on Unity Robotics. And then if you want to support us, our QR code that's been next to our faces this whole time is for our donation page. Melissa?
Yes.
Yes. And then
Um,
yeah, right now we have some fundraisers in the works, so please keep a lookout for that. The teams who are in the RGV, I think for this next one, it's going to be only accessible to those. But we will definitely have some more events in the future that are accessible to teams in other places.
yes.
Yeah, anything you guys want to add before we end this out?
No.
No? Joaquin, anything you want to add before we end this out?
Not really, no.
All right. So yeah, thank you for listening to our first podcast. Be ready for the next one. This
Where we
is
will hopefully have some guests.
yeah, we want to guys. We already have those lined up. And then hopefully Alessandra will be here. And then yeah, Unity First is the official name of our podcast, by the way. I don't think we told fucking yet. Unity
Oh,
First. Thank my
Okay.
gavel. It's in stone. Unity First. First Unity First podcast. All right. Bye.